Hello everybody, welcome to Drum Brakes Part 2. If you're wondering about what this is, we've been having trouble with wind and sound quality in some of our early videos, so we're learning how to control it. So never mind that, we're talking about brakes today. I know this is kind of funny, these brakes have already been done, but we lost a little bit of footage, so we have to redo it. Okay, so one thing I want you to notice is look at the thickness of the pads. The pads we replaced are like brand new. There's no wear at all. They're almost exactly the same size as the ones we took off. The reason we did is because you can see that they're glazed here. That's because when we brought this truck home, the cylinders wouldn't release pressure when you put on the brakes, so the brakes were all dragging really bad and we overheated these. Now those look so good, and me being cheap and not absolutely an expert on brakes, I want to just take and sand them up and put them back in, but I did a little research, and apparently once you do overheat brakes like that, it really is a good idea to replace them, and they're not that expensive. Why this pad looks like this is because we had a leaky wheel cylinder. This thing was just covered in gunk. As it slowly leaks, it seeps and it covers itself in brake fluid, and then the dust from the brakes and dust from the road, it all mixes with it and it makes this gunk, and as it builds up, it drops off and it drops down into the bottom of the drum, and then it's dragged up around the pads. So what this is grime, but more importantly, it's brake fluid ground into your pads. So what that did is that made this truck kind of jerk when the brakes were on, and of course when it was dragging home, it jerked all the time. But it wasn't jerking because the brakes were stuck on, it was jerking because there's brake fluid in the pads. Once you have brake fluid in the pads, they are garbage and they have to be replaced. And just like that. And we do have to get this off. This is your emergency brake lever.
Yeah.
So we have to get that little clip out. Okay, then we take a screwdriver and we just tap it out.
This?
That's what I need. There we go. There.
Okay, so we got our brake adjuster here. We put a nice thin layer of anti-seize here, and we put some here just so that it turns smooth. And you'll notice this L here, and that L means it's for the left hand brakes, but the threads are standard, which means righty tighty lefty loosey, which is kind of ironic because of the L here. On the right hand brake, it's left-handed threads with an R on it. So that's just something to keep in mind there.
Okay, so now let's put this in.
Like
Yep,
this side?
that goes into that hole. No, top hole, top hole, top hole. The bigger hole.
Yeah, I got it in the bigger hole.
Okay, so yeah, flip it around so it's pointing. There you go. Now, what you have to do, now you got to stretch this until it goes into that hole.
All right. Vice grips. Scalpel.
Okay, so hang on to the camera. Oh, no, just let go. So, you want to put it on an angle like this, and you're going to try and go up and hook it in there.
Okay.
In fact, you'll probably be better off like this.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that's there. Okay, so what's next, Joe? We got to get our
the
pins in and our emergency brake cross lever.
Okay.
Okay, so just wait, Joe. Okay.
So, what's this called?
Cylinder pin. Okay, so you got to stretch the pad out. Okay, so let's put this cross piece in. Okay, so that's pretty close. Okay, so you're holding the pin?
Yeah, I'm holding.
It's there. It's there. There.
Did that work?
I think so. Well, let's just say we're definitely closer. Okay, so what I want to do, Joe, is I want to get this spring all in now. This doesn't have to be perfect because we're probably gonna...
Wait, what spring?
The main spring that goes from here to here.
Wait, what about what this thing?
Yeah, that goes with it. Okay, so everything on this side
Yeah.
is in place. Our pin's in place.
Yeah.
Our emergency brake lever's in place. Down here, our clip is in place.
Yeah.
And our adjuster is in place.
Yeah.
So we'll put this spring on here.
Wait, what about the bow tie? We have to put that on first.
Yeah, that'll go. And then what comes after the bow tie, Joe?
This?
Yeah, the cable.
Wait, do you have it in the shot?
I hope so. Okay, so there's our bow tie.
Dad, look through the lens.
Yeah, there's our bow tie. There's our cable. I believe cable definitely goes that way because it's got like this memory bend in it.
So is this called a guide or?
Yeah, I would say a cable guide. Okay, so that goes in the top hole there. Now, put this down.
Yeah.
So you got to put the cable around it
Yeah.
and put it in because once the guide's in place, the cable won't go in.
Like this?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I got it.
Okay.
I think I got it.
Okay, move your hands.
It,
Will it sit there?
yeah.
Oh yeah, you definitely got it. Okay, so pass me the purple spring. And this is the tricky part. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna put a finger on the guide so that it doesn't fall out. And then you're gonna put this in. And you put it in like this and turn it up, right? Okay, so do that.
Okay, this end?
Yeah.
Like this?
Put a finger on the guide so it doesn't fall out.
Like this?
Yeah.
So do you turn it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to get the spring to be pointing towards the post. Yep.
All right.
Okay, you are there. Here's a screwdriver.
Right here.
Okay, so this side's all together, and you have to check it. You have to make sure that this thing is up on its shoulder. You have to make sure that this is on tight against the post. You got to make sure that your cable guide and your cable is all in place. You have to make sure your hook is still there, and you have to make sure your adjuster is still in place. Make sure that you're on the that's tough to see, but you can tell when you in real life that it's on all of the supports where the shoe rides. So now we have to get this shoe in place, and the problem with getting this shoe in place is this spring is trying to push it apart. So I don't know if you can see it down in there, but you want to make sure the bottom of the shoe down here is on its rubbing point on the backing plate, and then it is, and this is all together on the bottom, the adjuster. Okay, so this is in place. This looks like it'll slide in, but you see this has to move up to here.
That you have to lower it.
Yeah,
the camera.
So basically we just got to get this to slide up to this post without any of these things falling apart. So you can see the shoes down in this groove. It has to come out and in. So can you try and pull that out and in, Joe? Okay.
Tag your hand.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yep. Okay, that's good. It's the spring holding it apart.
Okay.
So now get your red spring.
All right.
Put it in the hole that it goes in.
Is it the top hole here?
Yes, that's the one.
This end?
Yep. It'll be that turny aroundy thing.
Like this?
Yeah. Now get your wrench.
Wait.
Get the wrench. That's perfect, Joe. You had it perfect. Yep. That's just what it does.
All right. My wrench.
Yeah.
So this way or this way?
I would go that way.
This way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now put some tension on it so everything stays in place.
Right.
No, not too much. Not too much.
Like that?
Yeah. We want to make sure that this. We want to make sure everything's in place. Okay. So get your screwdriver and push the.
Okay. Wait.
Push down on the spring as you're pulling the.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
You okay?
Yeah, just gently keep moving it farther and farther.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I dropped the camera.
You okay?
Yeah. Okay, so now. Yeah, keep going, keep going.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's good. Okay, so what happened is that spring snagged on that spring, but it's basically in place. So let's just take our screwdriver and.
My hand slipped, which changed my angle a bit.
Yeah, no, but you got it on there. That's the important part. We're gonna need a wider screwdriver to do this. But you see how you just gotta.
Do you want me to
Go get that big ugly red screwdriver. Okay, so that usually doesn't happen, but you can see the red spring snagged on the yellow spring there. So we're just gonna try and pop that out of there if we can. Where's the other screwdriver? Right by your feet.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so now if you look how this is lower,
Yeah.
so this shoe actually isn't in its proper place.
Yeah.
So if you look down at the bottom, you'll see that it's
It's not on the contact point.
Yeah, it's fallen down
Yeah,
off the contact point. So let's see if we can't pull that. There we go. Okay, so now you go down. Our spring, you're too close, Joe. Our spring is on.
Yeah.
Our post is in place.
Yeah.
Our spring and emergency brake guide is in place on both sides. Okay, our clip is still hooked. Is our spring still in place and our adjuster is still in place. So next, Joey, is we have to hook up this cable. See that cable?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we got all this together, what we're going to do is we're going to remove this spring, which was just holding the bottom in place while we did the top. Then we're going to hook up the cable. Okay. Okay, Joe. So
Yes.
now try and put that spring in, Joe.
Wait, is this?
And there you go.